Hello and welcome to ConfigureThis. Today I have something very special prepared for you. I'm gonna walk you through a simple but very powerful tractor configurator for an agro-machinery manufacturer. So let's see how you can build a tractor configurator in under 10 minutes. Let's get started. We're gonna do a simple brainstorming exercise to create a model of this tractor configurator. So the tractor has several configuration parameters, and these parameters are color, engine type, we'll have an electric and diesel engine, then we have type of tires, the cabin type, accessories, which are extras that can be picked to increase the order value, and then we have the choice of battery, which we can choose if the engine is electric. And we're also going to sketch out a quick layout of this configurator. So we're going to use a 2-row configurator with visualization on the top row and options of this configurator on the bottom. Great, so now it's time to prepare the master data. As usual, we're going to prepare the master data in Excel. All the options, their names, descriptions, SKUs, pricing, everything is inserted into an Excel sheet. And we also brainstorm the configurator steps here with the optional battery step that is only available when the engine is electric. So let's export this data in Excel format and import it into the SalesQuiz platform. So simply choose the Excel file, open it up, and the system's gonna import and read the contents of this file. So we can now launch the import wizard, map all the columns, so configuration parameters, actually the category, SKU, name, option price, summary, and description, and we can now import the files. So the data has now successfully been imported and everything is now available in the product catalog. So let's add some images to these options so that they will better display in the configuration process. So I'm gonna just do a few examples, but you can do this later on. Great, the data is now imported and we can start building the configuration model. So we create a new configurator for our tractor and name it, then add it to the configurators category and upload a featured image. I'm just gonna pick this red tractor and then I'm gonna enable some additional options. Great, so we can start adding components from our brainstorming exercise. So color, engine, tires. Next is the cabin type. Then we add accessories. Okay, warranty, and we can now start setting the option filters here. So in the color, we're gonna select all the colors that are available in the tractor colors category. Now I'm gonna quickly set some options of this configuration parameter, and I'm gonna do the same for all the rest. So set default, set the required fields, set the filters, so that everything is gonna be ready for use in the configuration process. We need to set these options for each and every configuration parameter so that they react inside the configuration process as expected. I'm gonna skip through this section just to make this video easier to follow, so let's set things up. Great, now it's time for rules and business logic. And first, we're gonna set some visualization rules here. I'm gonna select all the visuals that I want the configurator to switch between when I change the colors of the tractor. So I'm gonna add 3 rules, and I'm gonna set the first rule when the option red is selected in the color parameter. I want the configurator to only display the red image of the tractor. Great, so there we have it. And now I'm just gonna duplicate this rule 2 times for the orange color, which is exactly the same, just the option is different and the image that I want to show is different. And I'm gonna do the same for the green color. So I select green and switch the image to green. And that's it. Great. So let's switch to configurator layout and design. Okay, I'm gonna add a step for each of my configuration parameters. And I'm gonna just drag and drop the parameters to every step's layout. Okay, and now I want to display this color parameter a little bit differently. So I want the options to be centered and they have a little padding on the left and right, and since we only have 3 options to choose from, I want to display all 3 in the same row, hide the label, and that's it. I'm gonna copy the settings to all the other parameters. So the copy and paste option allows me to get a lot faster in preparing the layout of all the configuration parameters. I also prepared a configurator layout for this configurator, just like we brainstormed at the beginning. So let's select it and see how it looks. Okay, I need to start adjusting how the configuration parameters are behaving inside the configuration process. So I'm gonna do a little styling. I'm gonna add rows as enclosures and leave some empty space on the left and right of the option selection. So I'm gonna fine-tune the layout by changing a few settings in how the row is displayed and how the configuration parameter is displayed inside the row. So let's do that for all the configuration parameters that we defined in the configuration model. So I add rows and I add the configuration parameter settings for each and every one of them to make them look really nice and user-friendly. So let's do the final adjustments and then we will be ready to check how our configurator is working. Great, it looks nice. So now let's play a little bit with the battery setting. We only want to display the battery and make it required if the engine selected is electronic engine. So I'm gonna add a visual tag to the battery step and I'm gonna add a rule that's only gonna display this layout tab when the engine type is electric. So I'm gonna add a rule if the engine is electric, and then I want to add the visibility state to visible for the battery tag. And I also want to set the battery component as required. When the engine is diesel, then I want to do just the opposite. So I want to hide the configuration step battery and I want to make it not required so that the configuration is valid. And here's the final result. Awesome. So the configurator is now ready to be validated and deployed. For that purpose, we're going to deploy it through the Sales Quiz Showroom component. And here you can see that the configurator is functioning as requested and it doesn't show pricing. So if it's used for public purposes, we want to hide the prices so they are only available to the sales team. When I'm finished, I can enter my information and submit an inquiry so the sales team can reply with a quotation. And after submission, I receive the inquiry where I can check all the configuration options that I selected through the configurator in the Bill of Materials section. So that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed the episode, and if you liked it, don't hesitate to click the subscribe button below or leave your idea for the next episode in the comment section. Thank you. Bye-bye.